I'm talking to Jerry Lanning, who was one of the original members of SongShare. Jerry came to SongShare with a little different background than a lot of us because he'd been a professional singer his entire life at a very, very high level. So I'd like to hear from you what your experience of SongShare has been. What have you gotten from SongShare? I mean, you didn't need the sort of ease that a lot of us have gotten. You already had it. You had it when you were a very young man. But what have you gotten from SongShare?
What I got was um, I love to see people who are doing their best. And also, I love it because there's really no competition. You're not up there to compete with anybody. And I think that that's what brings so many different styles and focus to SongShare. They know that after they sing, they're not going to be downgraded in any way.
Yeah.
They're only going to be invited back.
Hmm.
There's no competition. And also over the years, um, what I've also seen is some of the singers, they bring surprising qualities that I've never seen. They're not professional singers, but they try their best to emote, such a word, um, and bring their own personality to something that they've never tried to before. And I believe that that's what they that keeps them coming back. They want to show different parts of themselves,
Yeah.
which a song can bring.
Yeah.
And when I sing, I was wanting to be good for a producer or a director or a certain show that I was in, but um, there's no stopping someone for being who they really are here,
Hmm.
and not being good for anyone. And I just wanted to say that um, the temporal lobe is brought into this, and that's for language and music. And the right hemisphere is for singing, and the left hemisphere is for language. And some people can really are brilliant speakers, but put them, say, do a simple song, and they can't find the notes. And that is, if I remember what I learned at USC, University of Southern California, in the music school there, that's the motor cortex, vocal control. And I try to bring something to SongShare that perhaps I haven't sung before, but I have to go back years and years and years to maybe um, when I sang in high school,
Hmm.
which brought me my first agent. And then I got the Dick Van Dyke Show. And from there, I got Mame on Broadway. And as I've said to so many people that I've taught over the years, sometimes your voice, which is a part of you, but really, um, put it this way, not part of you psychologically. My voice has taken me places that I probably shouldn't, was not aware of that I was going there. We'll have him. That's who we want. Why? Because we love his voice. Now I go into a situation where I don't know anyone. I don't know what's going to happen to me next. I don't know if this is a part that I can really play in a show. But I know one thing, in MAME, they said, please, please answer this, and we hope you answer this correctly. Can you dance? And I said, well, I have size 15 feet and they're flat, and I really can't. Although I did the twizzle in the Dick Van Dyke Show, which everybody saw, that's not really a dance.
No.
It's a thing where you put both feet on the ground and you twist your upper body
Right. It's all
as
about
you
one.
sing.
Yeah.
So it's not really anything. So Anna White, the choreographer from Maine, she said, hey, are you sure you can't sing? Because Jerry Herman has written a song for you.
You mean, are you sure you can't dance?
Because I can't dance.
Yeah.
And she says, well, would you learn the song anyway? And here's the song that I was supposed to dance to. And I think that that's the ultimate of my interview today. And here it is. Those tapping feet are all that I hear in my brain. One thing alone that soothes me, I've got to explain. If time stood still tomorrow, I just wouldn't care as long as I could watch the guy called Fred Astaire. I was supposed to dance to that.
Yeah, and it sounds like it was written for Fred Astaire. It's almost a Fred Astaire-like song, you know.
It is.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's funny because you bring something completely different to SongShare. Just because singing is so familiar to you, it's more familiar than walking practically. Um, and so I really was interested in what you might have gotten from it that a lot of us, a lot of the other of us, just couldn't get, you know.
Yeah.
And
Well,
go ahead.
no, I just love it because I see people trying things and doing things uh, that I love that they're expressing themselves. They feel so good and comfortable that I love to see that. And I know that they're not going to say, nobody is going to say, oh, you did that wrong.
Yeah.
Come back with something else. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Like
that was the whole point. That was the whole
like you
point when we
do
set it up.
at auditions.
We wanted to make it safe. We wanted to
Yep.
make people feel completely safe to try anything.
Yep.
And from the looks of things, after 5 years, they do.
They certainly do.
Because they do try anything, and
Yep.
they feel safe doing it. They know their friends are going to support them, and we'll all have a laugh about it afterward, and that'll be great, you
And
know.
to tell you the truth, some people sing songs that I sang 35 or 40 years ago, and I say, I've got to sing that song again.
Oh, I know. I do. I hear the same thing. Or I hear a song that I didn't know at all, and I think, I love that song. I want to
Oh,
try
yeah.
that. Or a song that I'd forgotten all about, and I hear it again, and I think, oh, Christ, what a wonderful song. I'm going to sing that.
Right.
It's wonderful exposure to different material of a varied kind.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well,
Yes,
one
it
other
is.
question. What have you felt that whatever you've gotten from SongShare has somehow bled into other areas of your life? Has there been an overflow into other parts of your life?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Um, it's brought back many things. My two brothers, and especially my mother, I sing so many songs that my mother sang. And I learned she was the first one that invited me out on stage because I was afraid. And she introduced me to the audience. My son would like to sing a song for you. And he's never done this before. And all I can say is, I will stand here by him and listen to him. And here he is. And I walked out on stage at the Dunes Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I looked at the audience and I looked at my mother, and I was petrified to begin with. And then I sang, Maria, I just met a girl named Maria. And I sang that song and I got great applause. And my mother stepped on stage after I just left. I just left and was in the wings. And she said, I think my son did a pretty good job. What do you think? And they just applauded like mad. And that was my learning situation. And as I think I've told you, because you've been my friend longer than anyone in this world, um, I I have felt more joy and comfort in singing and being on a stage than I have, and I've explained this to you, than I have in my normal life.
Mhm.
And people have tried to explain that to me, and I don't know really how to put it all together. But, once you hit that stage, a dancer in My Fair Lady came to me and she said, you have to explain this to me. I see you on stage singing on the street where you live, and you're all alone on stage. And this audience is almost 2,000 people. Uh, do, don't you ever just want to run? I said, no, no, no. I feel more comfortable out here with these people, and I look them all in the eye and I sing than when I go to my dressing room, put my clothes on, and leave the theater. I
Mm.
feel more comfortable now than when I do when I leave the theater. And that's the comfort I feel when I do SongShare.
Oh, that's lovely. You know what the difference is
Uh,
between singing and the feeling when you're singing and in complete command and in front of an audience and
what's
being
that?
in your and being out in your life.
Yeah,
When you're singing, you don't have to think about yourself.
that's right.
That's simple. Really, it's that simple. When you're doing what you know how to do so well, you are not spending an instant thinking about yourself.
That's right. That's right. And the only times in my professional life when I've missed a note or a lyric, I couldn't remember. It's when I was thinking about myself.
Absolutely.
You hit it.
What I've seen again and again is that many people who believe they can't sing have simply never had a chance to explore their voice in a way that felt safe, kind, and unforced. That's why I'm opening a 12-week live Zoom experience called Singing for People Who Believe They Can't, a safe, supportive, non-judgmental space where we can rebuild comfort and confidence singing to one another, and at a pace that respects where each person is. If you'd like to reconnect with singing in a way that feels unforced, human, and grounded in curiosity rather than expectation, and explore the confidence that can come with that, you can learn more at the link below.